Absolutely good day, everyone. The Omega Level Nerds are with you. D Square here, along with Jelly Rose, Volsker, and J100. Well, let's talk about a subject that's got quite the buzz here lately. Hot tub streams. Yes, hot tub
Mm.
streams. Spicy, spicy stuff indeed. Jelly, what's a hot tub stream?
So it originally started with, I believe, Amaranth. Am I saying that name right?
I think so.
Okay. So she gets an inflatable hot
Sorry.
tub. She gets an inflatable hot tub, fills it up with water, gets in a bikini, and does streams in it. Because in Twitch's TOS, it says if you're in a bikini, you have to either be in a pool, hot tub, beach, that kind of setting.
Does she get in a
So
bikini all right?
So put it in, I guess, your bedroom, your stream room, whatever, and boom, you can wear a bikini during stream. Um Now the first thing I really want to point out is uh because I seen a meme earlier today and it was, a chick in a bathtub and she's surrounded by all these electronics and it's just kind of like, girls, first
It was
be
the Liz
safe
Cass
and
one.
don't fucking electrocute the shit out of yourself, because not to say anything bad, but some of them don't seem like they have brains to begin with. But
Imagine the obituary or the authorities explaining it to the family. Like, yes, so your daughter was electrocuted. Well, why? What happened? Some sort of
Cam
accident?
is in this. There's an inflatable pool,
Can you
and
imagine how
like,
many views that would get?
oh my goodness, that would be terrible.
I can point out the irony. So that's the one that I shared from Liz Katz. She's
That
a
was you.
streamer, ex porn star, and she's even like, "Hey, the amount of people doing this with shit surrounding it is really absurd." So I just got to point that out that people are like, hmm.
It only takes one goof. So safety aside, what you bitches be doing? And that's the only thing so, there are some legitimate concerns that I have. I watched a video by Devin Nash, which really does videos like pertaining to Twitch, how things are kind of rolling out, how
Mhm.
things, he sees them from, a professional standpoint of where he thinks things are going, how that can hurt the company, what, should be done, what shouldn't be done, really in depth, speak of, the TOS, or,
Yeah.
terms that people don't know or things that you don't really see. And, what he really pointed out was that, brands aren't going to want to put their ads on Twitch because they're not going to want their things associated with girls in bikinis and,
Right.
pools. And the first thing is, what about, why do brands care and things of that sort? You got to put it this way. If you are, let's say, a big brand like Burger King, McDonald's, you're really going for the family setting towards kids. You can't have your Big Mac burger when, you have a chick in a thong playing Beat Saber backwards.
I mean, it works for Hardee's. They have chicks in bikinis like getting ketchup all over.
Right.
I mean, but
Put my
that's,
meat on
that's
that
their
grill.
thing, though.
It's a
Certain
controlled
brands and
message.
certain companies have, a different interest. They have
Yeah.
a different, targeting system. YouTube does a different algorithm where they do tags and things of like whatever else to where, people can buy those tags, and those tags are what, those ads go on. Do you see things like that on Pornhub? What do you see on Pornhub?
Porn.
You see more porn or toys, lubricants, condoms. You might even see, medications like Viagra or even things to prevent certain diseases.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It'll last longer than 4 hours. Please see a doctor.
So there's no like McDonald's ads when you watch porn or
You don't see McDonald's, you don't see,
cereal.
Power Rangers, you don't see Marvel, you don't see that kind of stuff on Pornhub.
Makes sense.
So, it was a big talk of, what is Twitch going to do? Are they going to categorize their streamers? Are they going to say, these people don't get ads whatsoever? Which we seen that Amareth had her ads taken
Right.
completely off. They were
She
disabled.
got shut down.
Now what I'm looking at right now says that she's going to be losing $500,000 a year for her ads being taken off her channel. Is
Yeah.
what this estimates.
That's a
And
a big hit.
I don't understand why she just doesn't go to Pornhub.
Well, I
She would
think
make so
she
much more money.
does.
For Kevin.
She has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think her and others have other OnlyFans, and they kind of use Twitch to funnel there.
And
Like, hey,
YouTube
here's
and
me,
stuff.
but come see more over here at OnlyFans.
Trust me, I
And
follow her Twitter and shit. That's exactly what she does.
And that was the whole thing of, hey, give a little enticement, a little incitement, and get them over to the OnlyFans because that's subscription based. You get a higher percentage than Twitch's subs between even, them being partners between the bit and the sub program. OnlyFans, you still get a bigger cut. There's more content there. You can pay per video or, whatever else over there. It's essentially funneling to get over there. Now, with that being said, how is that not sexually suggestive content?
Right.
Why are they still on there and why are they not banned?
Well, what was the outcome they recently put it? The article I sent you, that after investigation, being too sexy is not a Twitch crime.
So, like Hubs, I was talking to Hubs about this and he goes, so they're wearing bikinis in pool. I'm like, yeah. So they're using their bodies for views. I guess. How is that not sexualized?
Well, and that's the thing, is they were using the hot tub clause to get around that meta of the the meta of the TOS there, the terms of service, not to be sexually subjective. But Twitch is losing advertisers because they can't control where their ads are going, like you were saying, like they can on YouTube, where you shared a video, I think it was a live actually, of naked yoga on YouTube. And it's like, oh, okay.
Did you guys know that on YouTube there's naked yoga? Because a
searched
lot
it.
of
That
people
wasn't the
don't know
only
that.
video either. There was
No,
a
there's lots
shit
of it.
ton of videos, and I'm like, holy
See,
fuck.
you didn't even know. You did not know that there was naked yoga on freaking YouTube. And guess what? When you go on YouTube, is that on the homepage?
No.
And see, that's another reason people were going to Twitch. It's all over the homepage. It didn't matter if you were signed in, if you were signed off, if you were going on a new device or anything. Hot tub streamers and bikinis were all over the homepage, and that was another big no-no, especially for parents.
What's
because
your age?
we
don't care. Here's some titties.
A large variety of Twitch users are children.
Yeah. I mean, look at
And
Fortnite viewers and
it's
shit.
the argument of you guys better, watch your kids. Honey, if they sign on and it's just there, how am I supposed to watch them?
Yeah.
Watch them sign in to see titties when why is titties on, their recommended?
I mean, it's a honey hole for them for sure. If I've got an OnlyFans, if I was some person that made money like that and I look at Twitch and it's just like me going fishing, like you get into a stock pond. Well, that's what Twitch is. It's a stock pond.
Don't get me wrong.
Horny guys.
Girls, work it however you can, but the companies need a better regulation of where things should be and they shouldn't be, like the homepage.
Yeah.
Now Twitch did do a couple things. One includes making their own category for hot tub streams. So they now have their own category instead of just chatting. Which
hmm
that was for some reason people's solution to everything, which it doesn't make sense to me. Cool, it has its own category. That has nothing to do with anything because it's still on the homepage. Second thing is they're adding 350 new tags. So I think that what they're trying to do is use their tagging system as a way for the brands to buy into the things.
Or kind of
So-
funnel towards.
Right. So, anything that's tagged, hot tub streams, certain ads aren't going to be played on their things and that. But my thing is you have to manually add some of the tags in. So say you're playing Call of Duty, but you're a hot tub streamer playing Call of Duty. If you don't manually add that in yourself, you're just going to be under the Call of Duty tags that are
exactly.
automated.
I think that's where a lot of this shit's gonna erupt from too, because you're right. Like not all of them are just chatting. Most of them are. I mean, they're just sitting there talking to their fans, just like you're doing cam girl shit. But then some of them are legit actually streaming while they're in there. So they're
Right.
playing tournaments and shit like that. And how do you decipher? Because all of us have been on Twitch before. You choose one category and then you put tags in it. Like you can't put Call of Duty or playing in a hot tub, here's my game, unless they do like a complete overhaul of shit. And I don't
Right.
think Amazon
You can
wants
only
to do
have
that because you
so
don't
many
lose
different
money.
tags too.
Yeah.
I think the limit's 5, I want to say.
Yep.
But I can't remember.
You're talking about like
So
the casual,
get-
don't spoil, those little
Right.
check-off tags.
So you get the
Speedrun.
automated ones that come with the game, which are usually like, your whatever description for the game it is, if it's, multiplayer or something like that. And then you get 5 to add to yourself, which most people, if you're LGBTQ or an ally, you put that in so people know that your stream's safe. If it's, you don't want backseat gaming, if you're playing with other people, if you're co-streaming, you only get. I have stuff all over my fingers.
five time.
You only get so many, so it's like, cool, there's 350 new tags, but I can only use so many. You don't let me
Mhm.
use more than so many. But
Which
the
one am I gonna
tag
leave
system,
off? Hot tub
did
will show
need-
her on the side. We don't need that.
the tags did need more. Because half the time I was doing something and I would put a tag in there and it wasn't in there. And it's like, why is this not in there? This is really simple and should be in there. Like, this is stupid. And then
Probably
there
a
were
lot of
some
new
tags in
streamers
there that
get
made
lost,
no
too.
sense.
Like the tags are not very user friendly either. Like if you're a new streamer trying to get into certain stuff, like it's not very friendly at all.
Like if you build Gunpla on stream, nobody can find you.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that. If you have a book club, they really shut that one down. Everything I did on Twitch basically would not get any visibility unless I played Warzone.
Maybe you just need to make a hot tub stream, Jay. Hot tub book
I would
club.
watch that.
There's
Well,
so many
Hot
things that I've been
tub
trying to
book
do
club.
around that kind of genre, but just to chime in, babe, are you hearing this? Are you hearing our conversation? Okay, so I literally said almost everything Jelly said last night when I was explaining this to her, because I figured because she was asking about if we were going to talk about Army of the Dead, and I was like probably not. So we kind of got into this, and the only aside that I have is that I personally don't have an issue with the hot tub streams. I've never had an issue with the booby streamers. What I have an issue with is Twitch's laziness of their algorithm. What I have an issue with is Twitch's inconsistency with their TOS. What I have an issue with is Twitch's clear adherence to if it's got views, then I don't know. I was trying to think of a money fucking rhyme, but that didn't work. But if they have the views and are getting the money, they don't really care. And so when it comes to my specific situation, especially considering the fact that I'm being literally fucking hounded by like 35,000 different fucking people at the same time right now on Twitter, they just silence the fuck out of you when you're not doing anything. So my thing about this is I'm pretty sure Amaranth or these hot tub streamers got mass reported, right? And I'm not seeing any perma bans for these people, especially considering that Amaranth gets banned every fucking other month. And so
for
her 3
cooter
strikes,
shots and shit.
her 3 strikes didn't really count. But I get mass reported for literal fucking bullshit. That's bullshit,
True.
and verifiably bullshit. And I don't have a Twitch account anymore. So honestly, I'm not trying to say like fuck the kids or anything like that, because no, having kids on this platform is on all these platforms is important because one, for my stuff, I mean, granted I'm a little vulgar, but like you learn, you have fun. I did play games. People play games. People have fun. Blah 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 blah. But if your algorithm is going to incentivize views, and these streamers, especially the women, are figuring out all these different creative ways, as they have since the platform began, to do all these different ways to gain the attention and to literally get like free money, basically. I'm not mad at that. Why are we so mad at that? And like, and especially when again, I'm not really trying to get into this, but like, especially in my community on Twitch, when we talk about economics and how the system of economics works here in America, I'm really confused that when it applies to women, all of a sudden, all your money making, 1%er, pull yourself up out of bootstrap shit don't apply no more. It's really weird. I don't really have, what's that?
Entrepreneurship,
Yeah, right, exactly. So I'm confused on how these girls can, whether you call it tricking or whatever it is, like whatever, you're the dumbass that went to a League of Legends genre page and saw some titties and stayed there for 3 hours and gave her $10,000. That's not my fucking fault. So you know what I mean? Like, I don't have an issue with that. Again, what I have an issue with is if my girlfriend's daughter decides that she wants to watch Animal Crossing, we don't want her to see hot tub titties or have the ability to see it, and the craziness that goes on in these chats and the craziness that goes on in these communities, that are for adults, which I'm not saying they don't deserve to be on the platform if the platform allows it to happen. I'm saying that you should stop being lazy and get your coders or your developers, or pay fucking somebody, since you make $122 billion, you fuck, to make sure that the algorithm doesn't incentivize this stuff that you said that your website is for children. And if you're going to sit there and completely permaban me for having historical analyzation conversations that are based on documented fact, then I'm pretty sure you can figure out a way to control the boobies. Sorry,
I'll be honest with you. No, I agree with you. One thing, if YouTube can find a fucking way to get their head out of their ass and do anything that they can, like Mixer, to spotlight new streamers and make people more visible, Twitch is done.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's one thing, like YouTube, anybody here, all 4 of us post the videos. If you don't designate it for not for kids or for kids, your shit is canceled and shut down. And if it's for kids, you can't comment, you can't do anything crazy. So I don't understand, for a leading fucking company like Twitch, Amazon, how do you not solve these issues?
Or even like say me, I like titties, but I don't like seeing a bunch of titties on my I don't like seeing it on my homepage, because that's not content I'm interested in watching, because when I go on Twitch, I'm usually supporting my friends, not really supporting random people DJing the same tune for like 10 hours, or
you'll go Google the titties if that's what you're looking for.
Right. And usually I watch freaking trans porn, so like I'm looking for dicks and titties. is what I'm looking for.
I
But
guess you're the best
anyways,
of both worlds.
I mean, who doesn't like titties? But I don't want to look at freaking vages. I want to look at dicks. So you just look at dicks
That's interesting.
with titties.
So the combination of the titties and dicks is all right.
Oh my god, it reminds me of Ted too. There's so much porn on here.
Yeah, I mean, live and let live, to each their own. I think the major problem here for Twitch is, though, is, because they're kind of being lazy here, to Jay's point, and,
Right.
like Jelly
They're not
showed
following
us.
TOS.
Right, they're not, exactly. And so the advertising community is kind of leaving them. The big advertising dollars are leaving them because they can't control this like YouTube does. Like Jelly mentioned, YouTube steers you away from this stuff. You have to specifically look for it, so advertisers are going to overall feel better.
If anything, Twitch should implement a system, since they're adding so many tags. Can we blacklist some tags on some accounts?
Yeah.
The number one thing though is I 100% have to point this out, what Jay mentioned too, and not to rub salt in the wound, Jay. If you were getting her views, you wouldn't have been banned.
Not at all. I mean, granted, if I was getting her views, I would get brigaded and
or you would get banned and brought back. But let's be
I would,
honest.
I would get trolled endlessly, but I wouldn't. It probably wouldn't have. And the thing about it is I was making money. Maybe not the money that Twitch wanted to see, but I was making enough to be able to survive streaming for as long as I was.
I mean, as a small streamer, you and Jelly both bring in 30 to 40 at any given time. I've seen some of your peaks get close to 100.
I'm saying overall, like for the bits, donations, the subs was trash, but like the bits and donations were keeping me going, because, like I said, what my channel was bringing some education along with the games.
But even the views, though. All the views with their advertisements,
the biggest thing about it was my views were climbing, like skyrocketing up until Nick Cannon, and that's the issue that I'm dealing with on Twitch right now, is because people are not. It's showing that people aren't even listening, and unless I have some stylistic Cody Johnson ContraPoints, John Oliver, level breakdown videos, make them feel comfortable about themselves. And that's the other thing. I don't make them feel comfortable when I do my historical analysis. I implicate the people that need to be implicated, and if that makes you
tell the truth,
probably are a racist piece of shit then. So oops. But that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So you take for instance Destiny. Destiny, gets tens of thousands of views. He makes people feel comfortable with his ignorance. Vosh gets tens of thousands of views. He makes people feel comfortable with his ignorance. Even Hassan Piker toes a line so close. You know what I mean? So like he would be on board with what I was saying if I was saying it, but he wouldn't say it for his brand. But that's my point at the end of the day. The point at the end of the day, and the thing that I was trying to do with my community, was to build something that was so big that with these hundreds of thousands of dollars, if I were to got that big, would it be what you actually would be donating to and what you actually would be subbing to is a literal organization that I would build somewhere on the street where I live at that would fix my community. My community is fucked. I'm sick of the gunshots. I'm sick of the crack. I'm sick of the poverty. I'm sick of the terrible school systems. I'm sick of the lack of education. I'm sick of the lack of job opportunities. I want to actually fucking do something. And I was. And they know that. That's why I'm deplatformed in silence, because their money was actually going to go to something instead of just, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So, I mean, overall, at the end of the day, do your thing, Twitch. Do your thing. All I'm asking is, I got young ones over here that I care about, that overall at the end of the day I game with the kids. You know what I mean? And the little that I do, I want to do more. But it's kind of hard to talk about these things that I was a part of and able to do when I don't even want her to go on the homepage.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make any sense. It's so easy for y'all to fix this situation, but you refuse to. And it's just like it's so easy for them to fix my situation, but they refuse to. There's no amount of appeals. They don't even listen to the appeals. They don't do nothing. And especially when it comes to Bosch, all they saw was how much he was making on YouTube, and they're like, "Oh, we want that too." That's it.
Right.
He's
All
still
about
a
money.
racist piece of shit. He
Simply
still
put,
says
all about
fucking
money.
terrible things that should get banned all the time. He says worse thing. The thing that got him banned was way worse than I could have ever said. Now, granted, I said something that was provocative about the Holocaust, or that seemingly about the Holocaust. I wasn't even really talking about the dead. I was talking about the people that are alive that are like, I don't know, ethnically cleansing fucking people right now. But that's who I was talking about. But so all that's bad, right? We got fucking Palestinian flags everywhere, but that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. This dude literally said that country needed to be. I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not even comfortable with saying what he said, and that's
We're
what
on
permanently
YouTube,
got him
don't
banned.
worry.
He's able to come back. I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about the crimes that everybody is standing for now. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was making mention to. So you need to see dead Palestinian babies in order for you to get my point? I can't say this a year ago. I lose my whole platform a year ago. So Twitch knows what they're doing. This is a money-making venture, and this is why I don't like this system of economics, because it incentivizes trash and it incentivizes quantity over quality, and then we get shit like this. And then so what do we do for our kids? What do we do for our kids? Not have them go on Twitch? And to be honest with you, this is something that I've been saying for a long time. That's what I say about the Browns too. You want the Browns to be better?
Oh,
Stop going to their games. Stop giving Jimmy Haslam money. You want Twitch to be better? Leave the website. Come follow me on YouTube, because I'm coming back. This shit on Twitter just literally radicalized me.
I mean,
I'm coming the fuck back.
You have a point. We were in the middle of a pandemic and we couldn't go to the games, and we made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, but no, but what he's saying is just stop feeding like bullshit, like
stop feeding.
Like, here you go.
I mean, I understand that this is where people go to watch their games and all that kind of stuff like that. I get that part. But if you want the hot tub streams to end, if you want things to be a little bit please stop clicking on their site.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm trying so hard to make as much money at my job. I'm going to buy a server. I'm going to buy a domain name. I'm going to build my own platform. That's what everybody should be doing anyway. We should be going to Bolster.tv. We should be going to JellyRose.tv. Fuck Twitch. And I'm sorry, but even though we're doing it here, fuck YouTube. Fuck them all. They all do the same thing. And we feel like this is the only places that we have to speak our mind. It's not. We can make our own, and we should.
Yeah, just recently, actually, in the news, not to go completely off sidetrack, because I know we have more topics, but they just recently changed a rule where big streamers on YouTube and big video creators can cuss. If they even drop like the F-bomb, they could lose and demonetize their videos. This is literally on YouTube, just something that was changed recently, like a week or two ago.
Wow. Well,
like, how can you imagine, like, I have 4 million views, but I can't say, fuck, that computer part broke, or I just lost a couple $100,000.
Yeah. Well, they gotta watch out, because little kids,
cussing is good for the soul.
It really is, because I get yelled at for cussing too much all the time, but you know what? My kids don't cuss. They don't say a single word. I can't even make them cuss. But you know what? It's because I raised them well.
You're a psychology major. Like, literally looking at science, expressing and being honest and cussing and letting it out, it is statistically actually healthy. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Yeah. So, okay.
People that cuss actually have higher intelligence, which is kind of funny, because I know a lot of people that cuss that are dumb as fuck too. So,
you imagine how dumb they would be if they didn't cuss then?
So,
oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. I wonder if they'd be able to tie their shoes at that point. That's probably why a lot of people wear fucking Velcro.
Halo drama, by the way. Our buddy Terrell said, "What's your blood pressure, Jay? Eat some Skittles real quick."
I eat some Skittles. Listen. I need an energy drink. I need
Taste the rainbow.
I just bought a flat of it.
Our fire.
I need a blunt and my my computer to work the way I want it to. Be all right.
Yeah, we'll get you. Yeah, we're gonna get you set back up.
Need a Sam's Club card and get you a
So-
flat of freaking Monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one.
So,
punch the wall.
hot tub streams. What
Girls,
did we learn today?
Make your money how you can, but Twitch, not everybody needs to see it. Like, we're for you guys doing whatever you want to do. Just
Yeah.
Twitch, follow your TOS, or explain what it is. Don't go.
Yeah.
This is a word,
Gray.
but we're not going to give you the definition of the word.
Hey, their milkshake brings all the little boys to the yard.
It most certainly does. It most certainly does. All right. Well, listen, we are going to get a little bit of a review of a new movie here. But before we do that, I'm going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
Beyond the edge of reality lies a story of ultimate conquest, a story of war and friendship, a story of a love that can never be, and a hatred that always was. And now, the most anticipated epic adventure of the year will never come to a theater near you. Final Fantasy VII.
Wonder Swan!
My name is Marche. I am a warrior in a land called Ivalice. Can you please help me destroy the crystals so I can leave?
You may call me Ritz, but you may not use my sword, spells, or magic without asking. They are dangerous. If you call, I'll explain.
Mute is my name. Feel free to call. Otherwise, I may become irritable.
The people of Ivalice are standing by to talk about Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, only on Game Boy Advance. Rated E for everyone.
To inscribe into history. To inscribe into the soul. Final Fantasy Tactics.
50年戦争の後、大国エボリースにおいて獅子戦争、フザーリア、ザルテーニア、400種類に及ぶアビリティがゲームに出るぞ。
ファイナルファンタジータクティクス、コンビニで
この辺も押さえとけ。デジキューブ。
Don't lick the mic, Jelly.
All right, all right. So our next
Tell me what to
topic
do.
is a movie review. Now, I'm not trying to make this a custom or anything, but this is, again, something I haven't watched, although I have actually since then gone back and watched Invincible. But nonetheless, so Army of the Dead is, of course, released by Netflix. It is a 6.1 out of 10 from, what was it, IDBM. We have IDB, sorry, have a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes and 57 there on the Metacritic score. So, Volsker, you are the horror/movie Omega level nerd. I know Jay watched it, so me and Jelly gonna just kind of witness this spoiler.
Me and Jay have
conflicting reviews.
You've been butt buddies?
I wanted to make a joke and just say, what is it, Oscar nominee, but no. So I'm gonna look at it two different ways. Actually, three. So we all four of us are familiar with Snyder. We had Snyder Cut, DC Extended Universe, 300. But I personally have a fond memory of one of Snyder's earlier films, which was Dawn of the Dead, the remake from George A. Romero. Kind of short little concept here is a bunch of our buddies, we were 17, one of us was not, so we snuck them into the theater to see this film. And it is considered one of the best remakes of any film. Like it is a top quality, and you could tell, and it's not what we're used to, or we're not accustomed to Snyder today. So going into this, I was excited. I was like, all right, I loved Dawn of the Dead. It was an awesome remake. You know, we got to see Richard Cheese's really, really off the fucking wall piano version of Down with the Sickness, like little swingers for like it was just a weird shit. So I was like, all right, so it can either be great or horrible. Well, we've seen what Snyder can do with DC. He's either good or horrible. Man of Steel, Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut, I feel, is probably one of his greatest films that he's made. And it's made believers out of both you and Jay. 300 is great. Man of Steel, not so much. Watchmen is good.
I love Man of Steel. Don't talk that trash here.
Watchmen's good depending on which version you watch, because there's 3 fucking versions.
Wait, there's 3 Man of Steel versions?
No, Watchmen.
Oh, Watchmen. Okay.
There's Watchmen, there's the director's cut, and then there's the extended, which basically 2 hours, 2.5, and 4, I believe. Like, it's really fucking off the wall. So I watched it and I was like, all right, from Snyder, you can see Snyder's footprints all over it. The goofy comedy, the slow motion, the up and down character development makes you like some, makes you hate some. But then what's really crazy, and this is what's unique about this, is they actually develop the zombies more than the actual main characters. Like, you actually know more because these zombies are smart.
What's that blue shit?
Yeah, like, it's just...
Tell me what the blue shit is. You know what the blue shit is? You don't know what the blue shit is. Okay, so it's already still.
So these are smart zombies. Hold on, we gotta stop you there.
There's layers. There's alphas, which can actually, they don't talk, but they can actually communicate and strategize. And then I forgot, Jay, maybe you can back. I forgot what the lower tier was.
Zombies.
They're the typical zombies. Like, they just see you and they try to eat you.
They're like soldiers. Zombies.
Yeah. So very Snyderish. Does it live up to the par of like Dawn of the Dead and his remake? Absolutely not. No. But his passion. Yeah, but his passion for zombies, and you could tell this is more of a passion project for him, where it was like, I'm gonna write something that I enjoy and just put millions and millions and out there. So I would place it as good. It was not great. It was not shit. It's something that you would sit down, get some beer, maybe smoke a bowl, I don't know, whatever you enjoy, and just watch a zombie film. It's a lot less horror, more action. So even the non-horror fans can enjoy it. There's no real jump scares, nothing like that. But the number one thing that I like about it is it really showed that Batista, if he really tries, can act pretty decently and can carry a pretty decent budget film. So when he ends coming with Drax, because he already confirmed the third one is his last Drax in Guardians, I'm curious to see where Batista's going to go, because I think he's going to be cast in a lot more films from this.
Because of the no shirt clause that was cited as a reason why he no longer wanted to play Drax.
Ellen interview. He said he was like, getting almost I think he said he's almost 54 years old.
52.
Yeah, he was like, he's like, pulling off the no shirts kind of get a little crazy. I was like, but no,
we're in better shape than 99.99997% of the human population, sir. Shut your ass up.
I mean, you're not your steroids peak, but
yeah, boy, I get where he's coming from. He's 52. If that were me, and he spent basically the past 2 decades being in perfect shape, which is hard to fucking do, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to get a little bit of a belly here.
Oh, it wasn't even 2 decades, dude. I watched an interview with him. He's been like that since he hit puberty.
Yeah.
He said when he hit 15, he was in the gym daily. Yeah. Like, he was a bouncer at 17 years old. And then that's kind of what got him into wrestling. just throwing us out there for anybody interested. He said, you know, he was a bouncer for so long. He hit 30 and he had 2 kids, and he felt his life was wasted. So he had to find something to basically provide to his family, and that's what got him into wrestling. So like, but this dude's been like this since he was, like fucking teenager. It's insane. But I liked it. It's entertaining. It's not great. That's my opinion.
All right.
My
Jake, locked and
girlfriend,
loaded.
my girlfriend should be very happy and proud that I care so much about her and how she feels. Because, you know, she said she wanted to watch this, and I was like, oh.
Now, are you a horror fan? Before
No,
you get...
I don't like none of
Okay.
that shit. I don't like none of
Okay.
that shit. They're dumb. It's a lazy, dumb genre that you can just plot hole the fuck out of and just go, and then you're like, oh my God, it's one scene. It's trash.
There's different versions of horror. There's blood and guts. There's jump scares.
Dumbass in the forest tripping over branches. When you see this motherfucker with a knife coming for your ass, like, it's just the whole. I just can't stand the horror genres.
Okay,
anyway,
point.
So when it comes to zombies are even lazier because to me it's just gratuitous violence and like I don't know, like and the brains kind of concept just logically doesn't even make sense. And I know that it's not supposed to be logical, but the problem with it is I can never get into these stories because they just never make sense. So we understand that the original Alpha Zombie is probably a military experiment because he had dog tags. So cool. What's the blue shit? What's the blue shit? You could have had me if you would have told me what the blue shit was. No telling me what the blue shit was.
Not yet. There's 2 more projects in development. There's side stories. There's an anime and there's another movie. Like he's making this a whole Snyderverse of zombies. Like there's more to come.
Hero, man, I don't want to see no Devin movies and shit, man. Oh no. Anyway, okay. So the biggest part about it is, all right. So blue shit. All right, I'm trying to figure out. They're gonna tell me what the blue shit is. They're gonna tell me what the blue shit is. So I'm looking that the character development, the interpersonal connections and emotions and the that was pretty good. I was very I was kind of confused with some of the characters, but it got you emotionally charged. So when some scenes happened, you was like, wait, what?
Oh, like the next snap? Like I sat there and was like, wait a minute, what the fuck just happened?
Snyderish. I appreciated that part. So everything was kind of all cool. It was making sense. You kind of had a little bit of resolution, except what happened to the Hispanic chick? What happened to the Hispanic chick? We did the whole last 10 minutes. She just disappeared. Okay, so she just disappeared at the end. So I was willing to forgive that until Omari Chadwick came out. Listen, I know I'm spoiling it, okay? So spoiler alert. But I'm sorry. This is the whole key to like, wow, I fucking hate this shit. Omari Chadwick came out of the cellar because he was locked into the vault. Okay, so he came out of the vault somehow. The unbreakable vault this motherfucker came out of. Okay, so that's stupid in and of itself.
I mean, it got nuked. The vault was probably destroyed.
It was underground, bro. Like, okay, sure, maybe, whatever, fine.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Hold on. Okay, so I'll suspend. Wait for a second, all right? Fine. It popped open, nuke happened, cool. He comes out, all right. So he walks out. He's got the money. He walks past the Las Vegas. He's walking in the desert. He finds a car. He drives to an airport. He buys a private plane. He's in the air. Now, mind you, this probably took 12 fucking hours. And you find out you halfway almost got bit. I rewound that shit twice. found that shit twice. He did not get. So how did he get it? How did he get it? How did he? What is this? What is this white marker that's gonna turn him? Oh shit, we're going to New Mexico. Oh shit, how? And why you ain't turned? Like, what the fuck is this? You were walking around with money in exchange. Like, I hate zombies. This is such a stupid genre.
I wonder. I'm gonna throw this out there. You got a point, and I even said that. I was like, when did he get bit? I bet you, because if you notice, when everybody else got bit, they turned pretty quickly. I bet you with the nuke and the radiation, that's what's fucking with him. So he's not. I don't think he's turning, but the radiation is like melting his face. So I wonder if he's going to become a new set of alpha.
When was
a mutant?
But no, he can't be a new alpha. Listen, he can't. Because what's the pollution? The pollution is what made him an alpha. When Batista shot
bit by an actual alpha.
Okay, but that's what the alpha is. They're smart. The alphas are the smart ones. The pollution is what makes them an alpha, not them getting bit by an alpha. It's the blue shit. The alpha with the blue shit bites you and transfers the blue shit to you, depending on where he bites you. Because if he bites you somewhere else, you turn into a zombie. But if he bites you a certain place, he turns into an alpha because you get blue shit. Your eyes turn blue. Like, didn't you see the motherfuckers with blue eyes?
Yeah, that's
not everybody has.
That's why the dude that played Shades didn't turn into an alpha. He turned into a dumb zombie.
Right. Because of where he got bit.
Yeah,
and how he got bit. The alpha was biting him to kill him because that motherfucker was giving him a run for his money. Okay? So I like, what is the blue shit? It would make sense to me if we knew what the blue shit was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the zombie genre. Because if you're gonna make things zombies, what the fuck is making them zombies?
Yeah.
The Walking Dead. Please, somebody explain to me what The Walking Dead. When you what is the shit that's making them zombies?
The Walking Dead.
I know because they're lazy.
It was nature. That's why you turned even if you died.
Yeah, I had a theory.
Something that was transmitted in everybody, or it was something contaminated everyone, or some shit. It was said within like the first like season, because that's all I watched, because that's when, you know, dude shot other dude that was fucking his wife.
When Rick killed what's his name?
Punisher. His brother or some shit.
I just gotta do that every time y'all say Rick.
But yeah, I think that will be explained now, because going into this, if you watch Dawn of the Dead and then watch into this, a lot of people thought this was almost like a loose sequel without Romero's permission, because it literally fits. But there are 2 side projects, so I think they're going to go back and explain what that shit is. But it is
good.
We never.
Been good. But this is a terrible way to get people. I mean, again, shout out to the people that like zombies and all that stuff. Cool, great, whatever.
I'm one of them. Hey,
y'all like.
I like to shoot them.
Right. But the brain thing doesn't even make sense to me either, because especially in this movie, because it's just like, just stab you in the brain, you're dead. Like, okay, so they came back from the dead. And they have the ability. There was the one scene, and this is the part that's crazy.
Function.
There was the one scene where when the motherfuckers were in the sunlight, they didn't really move, but when it rained, they would kind of move still. So hitting them in the brain really doesn't even do anything. So what's this brain thing? Like, it's just really, I don't like it.
What did you think of Batista's performance? I thought it was decent.
And that's what I was going to get to. So as far as the character development, when they were doing the intro and they were showing all the people,
the montage,
and the montage, right? And they showed the part. No, but here's the part that really got me into the movie. Straight up in the beginning, when the one lady had the picture of her daughter, and then they're going to doing the things, and then they found her daughter in a thing. Right? And then it seems like they were right when they were about to close off Las Vegas with all the, you know, the crates or cartons or whatever the fuck this is called. They got stuck. And then they had to drop the thing on them.
Oh, yes.
I was like, okay, Zach. Okay, Zach. I'm like, you okay, you got my attention. and then it was dumb zombie shit.
Well, you got to admit too. Then right after that, it also showed him having to kill his wife.
Yeah,
Like
That-
I'm
I mean-
like, what the fuck is he doing?
right.
Oh,
And so as far as like the character development and stuff like that, like, and so the other part about it that really kind of bugged me was the need for the power hungry security guard dude. You could have just took that whole character out.
oh my god! I love that actor
yeah.
ever since he played Shades. But yeah, that was
Yeah,
just really. He
he's
was just a creepy scapegoat. That's really all he was.
And there was so many other things that they could have done for that character to make him be unlikable, but I don't know. It just really seemed very, again, lazy to
Yeah.
just sacrifice the rapist. Like,
Yeah.
first off, you're this whole or the coyote chick. You're this whole badass chick, and
Yeah.
you know these women getting raped, so you're just gonna wait till you get caught up on this spur of the moment mission to sacrifice him. You can just sacrifice that motherfucker at the camp with a knife and his balls long time ago. I mean, you already
It was
in the
very
conflict.
Snyderish in that aspect.
Yeah, it was just unnecessary. So there's a lot of unnecessary things. There was some good things. Overall, at the end of the day, the person that I give, I guess, acting credit to, the character that I actually like really gave a fuck about the most was the Hispanic chick that liked him, and the Hispanic dude.
Oh my god!
And the black dude, and Amari Chadwick until the end. I liked him. I was with this motherfucker until that last part, and then I just ruined the whole movie.
Wait, you said his last
you
name
know.
is Chadwick?
Yeah, Amari Chadwick. That's his name.
Is he related to?
Well, no, because that's
No,
Chadwick's
Chad-
the first.
Boseman is Chadwick.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I like the honestly, like it's
Well,
crazy.
and the
I
lock,
like the
too.
gangster, the Puerto Rican gangster.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
dude,
what I'm talking
like, I love that dude.
My guy. Him, the Hispanic chick, and the black dude, and the lock dude with the German accent or whatever his name.
Oh yeah, he stole the show with Goofy.
Dieter.
Yeah.
Dieter was my dude. And so the characters got me going, but Zack Snyder,
Yeah.
man, he got this function.
You love it or hate it. The casting was great. It really showed some levels. Like once again, I hate to stress this again. I think Batista showed that he could carry a movie if you give him the right role. But yeah, there definitely are some suspend belief type moments. It's very Snyderish where so it's entertaining though.
Well, at the end of the day, that's all you want.
I'm curious, Jay. While you didn't like it, it sounds like your woman does love those type of films. What did she think?
Man, what'd you think? Come on, you want to tell him? You want me to relay your message? He said that's
Okay, thumbs
So
up.
it seems like if you're a fan of that genre, it's decent. But if you're not a super fan, it's blah.
And I was willing to be.
Yeah.
I had a strong motivator to.
Have you
to
seen
give a
his
fuck.
Dawn of the Dead
No,
remake?
Jay, the way you think is the same reason I can't get into horror movies and especially not zombie stuff. I just, yeah. You start
If
thinking.
you give me, listen, the only one that I actually kind of like is I Am Legend.
Have
Because
you
you-
seen his Dawn of the Dead remake?
No, I don't watch zombie movies. Never.
I would check that out because, like I said, that is literally holded like up to George A. Romero, one of the best remakes ever, and that's why people were excited for this film. I would definitely check it out.
So she's saying that the characters in I Am Legend weren't zombies.
They were a weird version of zombies, but they were zombies.
Yeah, but zombies don't make no sense anyway. So I think this was just. I mean, I know that we're way smarter because it was a military experiment. I get the military experiment part. I just want to know what the blue shit is. 'Cause
What is the
then-
blue shit?
But I am, because if
We
it made them
created
smart, I want to know what it is.
a Snyder blue shit meme. Like, come on, let's do this.
Yeah. I'm gonna and so instead of having
What is the blue shit?
the
Think.
scene where they shot the alpha in the head and you see the blue shit, because that's why I made it. Okay, so the main reason why I'm so serious about this blue shit is, one, I was always like, what's the blue shit? Because here's another reason. So the queen, we never talked about the queen. So the other thing that made the alphas so not awesome, but so, I guess, sentient, is he had a queen that, like, he emotionally had an emotional response to when the crew killed, or at least cut her head off, or whatever. She was
Pregnant
dead.
queen, by the way.
Right, because she was pregnant. And so when she was dead and he took her body into the horde or whatever, he reached into her womb and pulled out a fetus. It was probably like at like 4 to 6 months at that point, right? It was blue, and then the blueness went, oh, what the fuck is the blue shit?
You know what's funny what you say that is it went from blue to natural. Like, I don't think that baby's dead.
Oh, he's
Like,
a frost giant in
literally.
Asgard.
I mean, but we can't say nothing because we don't know what the blue shit is. So
And then when he
thing I
got
got
killed,
first-
the blue, like, his ashes were blue, and you seen the
Yeah.
blue, like, yeah.
it kind of slow-moed it. So I'm thinking it's important. And so there was the scene in the kind of the hallway when the one guy fucked them over and locked them down in the basement. They had to cut through the wall, right? So
Fucking dude.
the zombies were coming through the hallway, and the Puerto Rican dude or Mexican dude, whatever, he was shooting at them, and they're dodging, but their eyes were gleaming blue in the light. And then when he got those guys, then they started getting dumber down, like the horde was like dumbing down. So the blue guys were in the lead, and then after he killed them and blew them up with like a grenade or whatever, whoever else was coming were like the regular zombies. So that's what made me think, okay, we've seen the fetus turn blue. I see these blue guys with the eyes. The blue guys with the guys with the blue eyes are like, his real henchman kind of thing. You see some blue in him sometimes. You see it in his eyes sometimes. When he shot his head off, it wasn't slow motion. It wasn't Zack Snyder slow motion, but like they really made a point. They really made a point to show his head get blown up and the blue, like, gleaming speckles come out.
Wait a
and
minute.
so, like,
Two spinoffs.
Wait a
I
minute.
just Googled it.
Wait a minute. Blue eyes, blue glowing eyes, undead things that are smart that command other undead things that are not so smart. This is a Game of Thrones ripoff. That's what this is. It's Game of fucking Thrones
Listen.
with Dave Bautista.
I said, I know that we need to make original things, but like,
About to blow your mind, Jay. Two spinoffs. All right, I
I'm looking it up.
Googled it.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
So,
Ain't
gonna
that
see my
about a
face.
bitch.
Army of
was-
Thieves, which is a prequel about Mathis Schwarzkopf, the safecracker, Dieter. So he has his own spinoff.
Safecracker
So-
Dieter.
He's the white guy that Jay was talking about, the German
Okay.
safecracker. And then Army of Dead Las Vegas, which is an anime series that takes place before this movie.
Yay.
Like,
So
this
they're
is
all
literally going to be a
prequels?
Netflix universe. Yeah, like,
See, and that
There's
sounds like
not
a
an next
problem
one,
too.
but prequels.
yeah, because
Okay.
everybody basically died but the black dude and the daughter. Like, so
They're trying to
everything has to
build-
be a prequel.
They're trying to build a whole universe before doing one good movie.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Warner Brothers is like, we don't
mean,
want Zack
it's-
Snyder.
it-
Netflix
it-
is like, let's buy him.
Yeah.
So my thing about this is this. I'm extremely critical of zombie movies. So I'm looking at this not to criticize. I was looking at this to try to have, maybe this will be the one, you know what I mean? And then, I'm watching all my girlfriends, so like, cool. But
This is not the best. zombie
I
film,
will
no.
I will practice what I preach. Okay? Ready for this? I will give them another chance and I will just watch. So better explain to me the blue shit. Because by the time these spin-offs and these animes and these ding-dangs and bing-bangs come out, you know what goddamn blue shit is, my analysis will stand.
It's how they produce their milk.
Oh my god. I was going to say it's a bad batch from Breaking Bad, but
Or it's like
You know what?
blue Star Wars
That's how they
milk
feed the
that
other
somehow-
zombies.
Yeah, get some of this blue stuff. Let me squirt that.
zombie Luke Skywalker.
Right.
Last
Like,
Jedi,
what's your
best
blue
film
stuff all
ever.
over your face? It doesn't just. It's not just milk, guys. You know.
Hot tub streamers in blue water. What?
Hot tub streamers.
Listen.
Would they be Smurfs at that
we
point?
trust, I guess, huh?
I guess.
Gargamile or whatever his name was.
Have fun with that.
And you know what? I'm very upset that
Somebody
they
peed
killed
in the
Tig
water.
Notaro. I like her as a comedian. I like how quirky she was as a pilot.
She was hilarious. Like, I laughed every time she opened her mouth.
Opened her mouth. Like, Tig Notaro is. I fucking love that woman.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a
I
stand-up.
did not know that. Like, she is fucking hilarious.
She's hilarious. I love her. And I don't know. It just got really sloppy to me at the end. So I got it out.
I was pissed off when she died. I will say this. I was pissed off because she went out in a really bastardly cheap way. Like, she got shot and was like, fuck it, I'm still do this. And then, really?
The anticlimactic ending.
All right, D. I'm gonna sum this up for you. I'm gonna take Jay's thoughts and my thoughts. The number one complaint I would have is the fact the whole fucking side story of this film died at the end. It was for nothing.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
None of this would have happened at all if the side story didn't happen. And the side story never even saw a conclusion. It was everybody died, but one.
Everybody died.
Well, two, technically, but I'm talking about, like, literally the whole reason everybody died, other than the black dude in the vault, was because the daughter went to save somebody that died no matter what. That's the number one.
Today's pro tip of the day is don't die.
There's no listen, unless I seen it, apparently, because we get fucking phantom bites in the arm and shit. So unless I seen it, she ain't dead. Where did she go?
I thought she was dead. Like, everybody but the daughter, I thought survived.
Where
Like,
did she
she's
go?
the only one that survived that.
But did you see a body though?
Fair point.
Did you see a body?
And why was she so important?
Maybe we'll learn in those
She had kids.
spin-offs.
I mean, sure.
He's the one that produces the blue milk.
Terrible plot point. So
all about the blue.
I'll say this one, and I guess I'm done because this is kind of important since she's the daughter is the last one that lived. So what we're talking about is there was a woman in the camp that was like, hey, I know your dad is whatever, and y'all do some risky stuff. Can you convince the coyote to take me, inside the zombie place so we can go get this money? And so the thing about this is these people weren't like, professional zombie killing motherfuckers. I don't know how they thought they were going to go into Vegas and get money in the first place. That's the part about it that confused me. And then apparently,
They were. Actually, if you look at the montage in the beginning, they were professionals. They were retired.
who? All the people that were living in that encampment?
Oh, not the encampment, but the
No, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the girl, the woman that Batista's daughter was friends with at the camp.
Yeah.
That was I got kids. I got to take care of my kids. I got to go get
I
this
didn't
money.
get that. Why they were trying to break in and break out, unless they were just trying to get way to live.
That's what I'm saying. So they weren't even prepared to go over and deal with these zombies in the first place. Clearly, these motherfuckers were extremely organized, and for whatever reason, the zombie, the alpha zombie, was holding on to them because it had been a few days. You know what I mean? Before
He was
they
like
went
turning
in.
selective people into. I bet you
Right.
he was going to make her like
But,
the new
but he
queen.
was holding on to them, and they were safe, and they were untouched until
We just
I don't know.
talk about how fucked up America was to just say, "Oh, there's camps around this isolated area. Let's just fucking nuke everybody."
So that is I think especially how kooky they were making the president sound. I think that was like a nod to Trump, to be honest with you.
It makes sense. Yeah, just fucking bomb everything, basically.
Because they're like, oh, well, the reason why the president wanted to have the nuke on July 4th was because he thought it'd be cool. But I guess the time messed up, so we'll move the date. Instead of moving the date later on, we'll just do it the day before the 4th of July because that sounds all right. Like it seemed like a nod to a quirky. And they had Sean Spicer interview Donna Brazile. And like Donna Brazile was supposed to be like a MSNBC personality, and Sean Spicer, which was Trump's first press secretary, was the person they were talking to from the administration. So that's kind of how I view it. But again, this Hispanic chick, I'm confused on why she was so important that they had to go. That Kate had to risk everybody to go get her, and then she just disappeared. There was no like, hey, like, oh, you made it too. Oh, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's just we bond together after what we're going through. Like, it's very, very, very like next to nothing. Like, if anything, that's who they probably could have built out more.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I guess prequel spinoff, cool. All right, Zach. I'll trust you.
They're doing a whole prequel spinoff about the safecracker. I'm curious to see how the fuck that goes. The dude was hilarious.
He's got to scream though. That's the best part about him. When he gets scared.
Or when he shot the dude, he's like, "I did it." Dude was hilarious.
He was great.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, hopefully one day we will indeed learn what is the blue shit. Let's go ahead and take another really quick break, and then we will get into this week's Omega Level Nerd News.
ファイナルファンタジー携帯機完全移植計画ファイナルファンタジー4アドバンス純度が研ぎ澄まされていくファイナルファンタジー4アドバンス
Okay, Dad, I just want to finish this game. Okay, Dad, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm almost at the end. What happened to summer?
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
It ain't over till it's over.
Chill out, Dad.
Going back.
I'm not gonna, say I'm feeling it, but I'm also not yet gonna say.
It looks like you're feeling it.
So having some drink
I'm gonna have to do
breaks
this
tonight.
more often,
there,
man. I'm fucking.
False
I feel
having
great.
fun.
You
False
feeling
having
fruity?
fun. Well, hopefully you're going to feel better because of our first piece of Omega Level Nerd News here has quite frankly got me very, very, very excited. I have long called for, in the age of movie remakes, please remake Highlander. Please remake Highlander.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I have the Highlander sword at my grandparents' house.
Nice. Nice.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Like, it's
so
let's be honest, that's one of the most iconic lines ever. Like, ever.
it is.
Even comedians
the problem,
use it.
the problem was with those movies were not consistent. The first one is great, and they just kept, there can only be one, but there's
What was
seven
the biker
movies.
gang
you
one?
know. I don't remember a biker gang.
I think it was the 2 or second. It was like some weird biker gang. Like, it was the director's cut or some shit.
The point being is that it was just not a cohesive story. So, but you're right. It's awesome. It's a movie, have people that have to sword fight and chop each other's heads off in order to win this tournament or whatever. Nonetheless, so what we learn is not only...
Like Mortal Kombat?
In a way. So... And that's the thing, is they're not consistent with why they're doing this.
I mean, it makes sense, though. There could only be one. They built eventually to only one.
No, there was only one at the end of the first movie, and then the second movie comes, and all of a sudden there's 3 more. Oh, okay, now
so
we're down to only one. Now let's go to the third
gotcha.
sequel. Oh, there's 5 more people all of a sudden. Like, you're
So if
supposed to
they
be this
would've built
ultimate
it,
prize.
Like,
Right,
more
it
of
was
a,
just
like...
fucked. Yeah, and it was
Okay.
there's 2 versions of the sequel. There's a sequel, and then there's the Renegade version, because they tried to clean up.
Don't forget there was also a fucking TV series.
Which, that was very popular because it was very consistent within itself.
That's the one Grandma watched.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yes, we go to thenerdist.com, and what we learned, ladies and gentlemen, it's got me so goddamn excited. Henry Cavill is in talks for the Highlander remake.
Going to be Duncan MacLeod at the Clan MacLeod. I'm here to take your head.
Fucking Geralt himself, man. And I'm excited for this. And I've told you guys this. Like, if you watch... Okay, I hated him as Superman, but the passion that he had for the the sword training for Geralt, if you watch that fucking video, this dude is so fucking nerdy. Like, he had an internet breaking like stream of him building a fucking PC.
Yeah.
Like, this dude, when he is passionate about something, so throwing out Superman, like, I love him as Geralt. He is going to be our new, like, sword master in action, like, films.
Yeah.
I am excited. And this is going to be fucking sweet if this is true.
Name a better Batman than Henry Cavill. I mean, Superman. All the trash things.
I mean,
Okay.
Christopher Reeves.
Right, that's going to be the easy answer, but to your point, after that, you're right.
How is Christopher Reeves the best Superman?
I mean, I think actually Brandon Ruth was decent, but
Yeah,
I'm not a huge
That was a
fan.
dumb movie.
I'm not a fan of Man of Steel unless I conceptualize that, hey, this should actually be a Dragon Ball Z film.
Right.
Because you literally put Goku and Vegeta there, that's literally a fucking Dragon Ball Z film.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Man of Steel sucks. Man of Steel's no, I'd like it. I was gonna say Man of Steel sucks as a standalone.
I don't
but
like it.
I think it's good as a standalone. And then when you connect it to what Batman vs Superman was supposed to be, connect it to the universe, not with Batman vs Superman. When you connect Man of Steel to the Snyderverse, it makes it better in retrospect. So as a standalone movie, right, that's what I'm saying. What it was supposed to be.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. So when you have it as a standalone movie, it's I would say good. It's better than Army of the Dead, and because they at least explain shit.
I would say it's entertaining. I don't like Superman. Maybe that's my dishatred.
Okay,
I just
yeah.
think he's a cheap cop out. Like, I don't like him. Even though he was made in Cleveland, I don't like him.
Yeah, I get it too. He is a lazy superhero. But he's the zombies a superhero.
At least Batman, you could actually like nitpick shit. Like, Superman is literally a cop out.
Batman has the ability to be relatable outside of mommy daddy issues and the billionaire stuff, which is
And
so
super.
I guess
He's
not relatable at all.
Here's an alien.
No,
he
the
sees
thing
the sun.
about-
You can't beat him unless you have a rock. Like,
Right, but
what
the thing is the point to Superman is not, can he overcome this thing physically? No, 90% of the time you see him, he's actually pulling his punches. The whole
Jelly's
thing
like,
with
fuck DC.
Well, yes, but Superman,
I'm playing a
he
game
is
on my phone.
overpowered. But listen, it's about the fact that he could destroy the whole world in the blink of an eye, but he chooses not to. He chooses to be that guy from Kansas, unless, of course, we're talking about Injustice, which in IGN.com we've learned that Injustice: God Among Us animated movie is officially announced by DC Warner Brothers Animation. So that, of course, popular
I'm
video
excited.
game. Yep.
And comic
popular
book.
video game. And comic book. Yep.
One of the
Let me
best
tell you
fucking
something.
DC stories
I
ever.
don't like DC, but I still played the Injustice.
Yeah.
Because it was set up like, what game was it set up like?
Mortal Kombat.
More,
It
yeah,
literally
that's
wasn't
why I
Mortal
played it.
Kombat, like creators. It was NetherRealms.
hmm So I played that because my buddy had it, and he's like, "Oh, look, this is Mortal Kombat, but DC," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch him do all the little execution moves." That's all
I am
I
so
cared for.
excited. I'm sorry. When I heard this news,
Did you cry a little?
I didn't cry, but I would literally wanted to scream because I love the comic books.
You almost cried.
Just
You
to
got a
see,
little
like,
teary.
So I hate Superman, but when you see him as a rational villain, I mean, let's be honest. For those that don't know, spoilers. The whole concept of Injustice is the Joker said, "You know what? Fuck you, Bruce Wayne. I can't beat you, so I'm going to get the easy game. I'm gonna cause a trick, and I'm gonna kill Lois Lane and your unborn baby, and literally cause him to go fucking nuts." Like, I love the fucking comic books, and I haven't even played the games yet. Like, I've tinkered, but I haven't actually played. I am excited as fuck for this show. They're the animated movie. I know they also announced the part 2 of the Halloween, but this I am excited for. Like, oh my god, I hope they do this justice because there is literally a whole season. There's an in-betweener about Harley Quinn where they do like a between, like, from Harley's point of view, and then they do season 2, which is the second game. Dude, this shit could literally be one of the best animated DC films if they do it right. I am excited.
Well, DC does dominate when it comes to the animated world.
I will agree.
Yeah. And so let's further fuel your drunken excitement by also saying that we're going to have a Batman animated series set at HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves to produce. This is, of course, per Variety.com. So, yeah.
I'm excited. We talked about this months ago, where we talked about the rumors that they were doing a sequel to the animated series. Now, Bruce Timm's, I don't remember, I could be wrong. I can't remember if he was in charge of the animated, but I know he had a huge part in Batman Beyond. And so this is huge. Like, and
we talk about Trump later or earlier. Huge. Yeah.
This is huge. This is great. Well, I'm excited. We were young. I remember, and I really hold a strong part with the animated series because I remember like our parents, like mom, was like, Mr. Freeze, they're doing an animated series, and we had DirecTV
it was your
back
X-Men.
then.
It was your X-Men animated series because that's what was for me. And then you got the Batman animated series.
Now I will say this. I will wholeheartedly say this. If they do not bring back Mark Hamill, and if they do not bring back our Batman, it's not going to be the same. But I am excited. Now, part 2 is I hope to God the new fucking owners do DC right.
Well,
we'll AT&T fucking sucks.
Yeah, so AT&T, basically Warner's going to merge with Discovery, which doesn't make sense because Discovery's most reality television. But yeah, that's kind of some big news.
They're merging with Discovery.
And Kevin Conroy, for those that were wondering who the
Yes.
Batman voice actor is. Dude's
I
fucking
pay for
great.
Discovery. I love Discovery.
Discovery
It has chopped
Plus.
on it. Yeah, it has chopped on it, and then you watch all the food, and it has
BattleBots.
Flipper Flop. But the best Flipper Flop is Flipper Flop Atlanta. I can't stand the regular one because I can't stand the bitch in it because the dude's like, oh, like the whole time, and the lady's like, well, money, I'm gonna throw it at this. But then you watch the Atlanta one, and oh my goodness, they are such a cute couple. And then I can't stand the Vegas one because that chick just has a really high pitched voice, and I can't. And the UFC guy that does it, I just think he likes breaking shit, and that's why they're doing
That's
that.
why.
And then I
there's a
haven't
UFC
watched the
guy.
Texas one yet.
Weird. There's two things. Okay, let's be honest. Shark Week, I don't give a fuck. Shark Week is popular. King Shark, that is a fucking
Yeah.
feed-in with DC.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know if I want my Batman owned by fucking Discovery, though. I am really worried. I am
What's wrong
really
with
worried.
Discovery? They got BattleBots.
Listen.
You ever watch some BattleBots? Because
Yeah,
I like
BattleBots is
BattleBots.
awesome.
Our parents,
Trash.
my dad, literally fucking TiVos that shit every.
Love BattleBots. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get my son to
that
build
show
me
is
one so I
awesome.
can go fucking fight it on that show because I want to fucking fuck up other bots with my
Gotta
BattleBots.
Got to get wheelchair motors.
Oh my god.
I like my Discovery Plus, so don't you be shit talking it. It has some good shit on there.
I hope what they're going to do is much better because let's be honest, AT&T almost fucking ruined DC. Whether you hate them,
Well,
love them or hate
listen.
them, they almost ruined DC.
Make no mistake. DC will basically dissolve here at some point, and you will see their major properties, Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, you will see them leased, licensed, or sold to Marvel. Yeah, that's what soon, whether this be 5 or 10 years, probably more closer to 5.
I mean, if we're gonna see
DC
Batman beat the
Mashed up.
shit out of Iron Man, I'm all right.
There'll be 5 DC
sir.
characters with books. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Good
two
for you.
two
Okay.
millionaire
Re-
player boys. Like, I
resist
mean,
the pot
honestly, they
store.
probably would make the perfect team.
We don't
Like,
have
let's be
time
honest.
for an Iron Man Batman debate.
Oh, so you want a celebrity death match? Huh?
You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
God, I
and then you'd be
fucking
like,
love that
I'm
shit.
Iron Man. And then you'd be like, I'm Batman. It's like a Pokemon. They're just going to keep saying their name at each other. I'm Batman. I'm Iron Man.
You don't know what it's like to have your parents taken for. Oh, wait. Okay.
You know, honestly though,
You
I
don't
could
know what
see
it's
this.
like to have all this money. Wait. Oh.
Before Marvel buys them, I could see Sony picking them up. That would be
Yeah,
their
that's
cop out to
legit.
say, Marvel,
I can get rid
here's
of
your
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. We
Yeah.
own DC now.
Good.
And I'd be fine with that. I would be absolutely fucking fine
That's
with that.
probably the greatest DC thing anybody could ever say. Get rid, Warner Brothers, sit your ass down. Let Sony buy that shit. Give us Spider-Man, and what I mean by us is the real superheroes. Give us Spider-Man back, and so we could make some real Venom Carnage movies, and just make DC just be so terrible that they just don't exist anymore. I'm cool with that.
I mean, well, I don't want to go that far now, but let's be honest. Like, even with Venom,
why not?
like, as much as it's Sony at least tries to do what they can. When you have Warner Brothers, what they're fucking doing, AT&T, like, you need DC can be.
Give me DC.
absolute-
I'll do something with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
I'm
you
going to make
put it in
everything
somebody's
into, like,
capable
Teen
hands,
Titans go.
and
They're
even
gonna be
Jimmy,
singing
you said
waffles.
this yourself, and that's fine. Like, you know what? I fucking love that movie. I watched that with Haley, and we were laughing as fucking crazy. I don't care. Batman doesn't have to be serious, but don't fucking shit on the properties. And
He
that's
giggles around in Teen Titans Go all the time. He's like,
I didn't watch the show, but that movie was fucking hilarious. I was laughing more than my daughter. She's 9 years old. I was
I'd rather
fucking
have 12
giggling like
seasons
no
of
other.
MODOK in that.
Really? I heard I heard a lot of people are like,
MODOK, yeah, it's terrible, but I'd rather have that than
Dude, the Teen Titan Go movie was fucking hilarious. I was
Yeah,
laughing.
MODOK, real quick, MODOK is
Wait.
basically what's the
Robot
Adult
Chicken.
Swim
Robot
It's a
Chicken.
really
Chickens.
bad
Yeah, it's
Robot
Robot
Chicken,
Chicken
like,
Marvels. Yeah.
Bad. Like I
No,
heard
it's
it's
not
not
bad.
even near
It's
funny.
not that bad.
It's really
okay.
it
What
is
I mean
kind
by
of
terrible,
funny.
what I mean by terrible is like whenever I'm like I'm bored, I want some dumb shit. MODOK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's
Yeah,
fine.
you
I'm
want
okay
dumb
with
shit.
that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
'cause,
like the references. I like the humor. It's shitty.
Let's be honest, Robot Chicken is fucking great. So if it's anything
Yeah.
even remotely
Right,
similar,
and,
like,
and it's great and terrible at the same time. So
yes.
Yeah, it really kind of throws you because it's MODOK, and then he's married and has a kid for some reason. And, like, he gets in a fight with Iron Man, and he just so
And she's
happens to
hot.
get one of Iron Man's boots, and he takes it home, and he tells his wife, which is apparently some sort of normal, I don't know, just totally normal acting when he does this, like, hey, wife, yeah, I'm going to need the bed alone tonight with this boot.
Our marital bed. That's what he calls it. All the time.
Right. Our marital bed I'm going to need to share with this Iron Man boot tonight. You'll need to sleep on the couch. But yeah, it's adult.
I saw a
it's Robot
clip where he
Chicken
like
Marvel.
turned his there's his sidekick is like able to turn into whatever the fuck he wants, and he turned him into a ladder.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's just
He turned one of the AIM people. Yeah, he's in charge of
Like,
AIM at least.
he's
for
this
the time being.
artificial intelligence that is supposed to be literally can turn into anything he wants, and they use him for the dumbest shit.
Right. That's exactly.
I feel
the
like
show.
I gotta watch
Toaster. Stop talking to me.
And
It's
see, and
funny.
that's
I'm a
great
toaster.
because you know what's crazy is this is literally technically canon. Anything made now is canon.
Even for not Disney
It's
or
Hulu.
Marvel Studios, it is.
Hulu, Disney owns Hulu.
Disney
Okay,
owns Hulu.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they own
yeah,
majority
they do.
stock in Hulu.
Do I have Hulu?
If you have
Yeah, if
Disney
you
Plus,
do
you
the-
probably do.
The whole Disney
I
Plus,
don't-
you get
I don't have
ESPN,
Hulu.
Hulu, and Disney.
Oh,
No, because I steal my Disney Plus from my bestie. She probably has Hulu.
gotcha. Well, then you can just steal her Hulu.
Well, what's crazy though is that you can pretty much write him
Bestie?
off. We'll never see him in movies.
Bestie, where are you at?
Yeah, no.
Like he was a huge villain in correct me if I'm wrong, D. Maybe you know this, but in the old Iron Man animated, like in the '90s, he was a pretty huge villain back then, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
no, he's a pretty popular villain all around
I mean,
just because of how
those-
strange he looks.
I hate fighting MODOK in fucking Marvel
Ultimate
Contest of
Alliance.
Quiet. Yeah.
Okay.
He fucking sucks dick, man, because he keeps putting up his little force field thing, and then he's just hard to beat, and he has big ass head, and he pisses me off.
Yeah, yeah.
You fucking floating head. It reminds me of fucking was it Krang?
Yeah. Yeah,
Ninja
that's exactly
Turtles.
kind of course he predates Krang, so goofy show, goofy stupid show. So I don't know if it's my cup of
Makes
tea.
me mad.
Did they release like all episodes, or is it once a
No,
week?
it's just one.
No, I've seen more. I saw like 4 of them.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I just
Uh-huh.
it was really late at night,
Like
so maybe I didn't notice, but it was
3 or
really late at
4.
night. Well, so let's go from kind of a silly topic, MODOK, to something a bit sadder, and learn this from Kotaku.com, and I'm sorry if I destroy this name, I probably will. Kentaro Miura, creator of the Berserk manga, dies at age 54.
I have a buddy that's gonna be really upset about that because he follows the manga and everything, and he was trying to get me to watch it the other day. He's like, "But you got to read the manga first."
Oh, it's super depressing. I would not. I mean, I was first introduced to the Berserk character because of they had a Dreamcast game, and I'm like, oh, he's got a big fucking sword like Cloud. This looks
That
awesome.
shit was
You know,
terribly awesome.
Guts is the fucking shit.
right? It was
Oh
a
my
terrible
God.
game, but I like the big sword swinging, ultra bloody. And so I got into the manga, and it's just super depressing. Like,
Only reason I got into it was because of you. Like
Yeah.
that fucking character, like just yeah, it's fucking insane. But he was an awesome character, and I know a buddy, ex buddy, that I work with, like his big concern was because the creator was kind of going in and out of the hospital and taking hiatuses. They took like 2 years to get off this boat ride. Like it was this, we will never see the true ending, and that sucks because as depressing as it is, that character is fucking awesome.
Sure.
And it sucks because what we've talked about before with manga, when the creator dies, it's done. It is done. And that fucking sucks.
I wish that I had more of an understanding of the, I guess, the behind the scenes that's going on with it, because I'm seeing on some of the threads on Twitter people who are upset about, his death. They're getting into like how the studios are making him work too hard, and like they do that for a lot of the actors.
He's been ill for years. Like he would take 2 to 3 years off. Like it was, and this was like 5-10 years ago.
That was the kind of the same thing with Bleach, wasn't it? They like Bleach ended the way that it ended because dude was just sick all the time.
Yeah. It fucking sucks. I will say that's the downfall, like to our point a couple weeks ago.
Right,
comics
if you
versus
lose
manga,
the writer, the story's fucked.
it's done. So if they get ill, they don't have somebody to fill in for them. They don't designate a writer or anything. So we may never truly get the end to Guts and his story. Like, which sucks because I will tell you, second season, not so much. And I don't know if you've ever watched it, D, but they kind of did a really shitty anime second season, which takes place after the first. But that first fucking anime and manga was fucking nuts. Like, that dude just, this sucks. Like, anytime you lose a creator that is so popular like this, it sucks. Like, because Berserk is one of the first anime manga that I've gotten into besides Dragon Ball and a couple others. Like, it was early into my teenage years. Like, it sucks. Like, I can't even express it. Like, it really does suck that we'll never truly get more, because I doubt they're going to hire anybody else to carry on his legacy.
Right. Well, so rest in peace. Died from an acute aortic dissection. So
I think it was young too, wasn't he? Like in his 40s or 50s?
No, he was 54. He died.
That's fucking nuts.
Yep. I mean, Batista's 52.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, we're gonna end everything here on a good note. Although it's really not as big as the story as it's made out to be, but we look at Newsweek and we find that Dave Filoni's promotion at Lucasfilm. So apparently this happened a while ago. It's just now kind of like
during the first or second season of Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, I'm sure after exactly, shortly into the first Mandalorian season.
After the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. Indeed. But yeah, so basically Kathleen Kennedy is the only person Filoni now reports to. It is kind of funny with Star Wars. We have Dave Filoni here. We have Jon Favreau. Over the Marvel side, we've got Kevin Feige, right? The Overlord.
Yeah, Feige. That's it. Then you have like Star Wars. You have this like circle.
Yeah, this triumvirate: Kathleen Kennedy, Favreau and Filoni here. But it's good to see them promoting people doing great work. So, I mean, kudos for that.
I still think they need Favreau over top. I think he needs to be the fucking...
See, I think, to me, it's shaping up to where...
Or even Filoni and Favreau. Like, get Kennedy
exactly.
out
Like,
of here.
Filoni's going to be...
Go.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. But Filoni's
George Lucas is like personal friend. She's not going to.
Right.
She's been a part of Star Wars since...
See, what's crazy? Right. You said he's a personal fan, but when you look at like his vision compared to everything, she butchered all of it.
Well, the director she chose did, but...
Well, yeah,
right.
I mean...
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really weird. So I've started noticing a couple of things. And especially when it comes to like Kathleen Kennedy. Overall, at the end of the day, the decisions that Kathleen Kennedy ultimately allowed to happen were questionable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the cuts that they were talking about, Daisy Ridley's role, Finn's role, you know, Kylo's role, like all those things being changed and twisted, blah blah blah. Like she let that happen. So like, you know, overall at the end of the day, the buck stops with her. But you know, she wasn't the one that was, you know, doing these things.
She let Mandalorian happen.
The Kathleen Kennedy vitriol is kind of the same weirdo vitriol that I hear about Brie Larson. And the hottest take that I saw today actually was Brie Larson may be in talks to being in the Star Wars universe. And somebody that like I semi like respected was like, Brie Larson is the worst actress of all time. She shouldn't be hired to do anything ever again. And I'm like,
was she gonna be Luke's wife?
What's wrong with y'all? Like, what's your problem, bro? Like, get your dick sucked by somebody or something. I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
Right. Take that edge off.
Brie Larson is an amazing actress. She did fairly decent in her roles.
People don't like strong women with personality. I'm be honest with you. That's really what gets the
white chick that to me. I don't understand.
Yeah. It's really ridiculous. Any personality, like any female that has a personality, has, you know, strength behind her, people don't like it. Like I guarantee you, like what's her face, Rosario Dawson, if she starts becoming more outspoken, people will hate her too. I fucking think she's amazing.
She actually
people
has.
Just
I'm
don't
not going to
like
get into it,
women
but she actually did get a little bit of hate. There's actually a little bit of a cancel.
And let's be
That's
honest.
why Hub said my stream doesn't do as well, because I'm a strong, outspoken woman. I don't need men to help me, and I'm not vulnerable and dainty.
See, and that's what, and I'm sorry, Jane, I'm not trying to like take your word out of context, but that's literally what a lot of fucking is. We talked about it last week. Brie Larson, I loved her since 21st Jump Street. Like, she is a great actress. People don't like people with opinions. Simply put, and if you're a female with a strong opinion, get the fuck out of here.
So here's how ironically stupid that, I mean, I'm not saying you, but those people are.
Oh, I don't agree with that. Trust me, I love Brie Larson. Like, what the fuck?
But that's their opinion, though.
Yeah.
So you don't like women with opinions. So your opinion is that you don't like women with opinions. So
you don't like strong women.
Have an acting job because you.
Yeah.
They need one of them like them Pornhub dick pills or something. They need to go get dick sucked or something. I don't know. It's stupid to me.
Some OnlyFans.
Go watch some hot
or
tub
some
streams.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Go get you some hot tub streams.
Pay Amaranth $10,000, okay, or something. But stop coming for Brie Larson, because she's gonna be the strongest Avenger, and she's probably gonna be in the Star Wars universe. And there's nothing really wrong with Kathleen Kennedy.
Did it say who she was supposed to be? I'm curious.
Well, no, but they're hinting that, or they're saying that her whatever Jedi is likely going to be like the strongest Jedi. So,
what's Luke's wife?
Oh, that's Mara Jade.
Can you see her being her?
I don't think that's going to be canon, though.
No, I don't think Mara Jade will ever be canon. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed.
I mean, they could toy with stuff that they never really were together.
I know,
but
like I named my daughter after that character, and it's like, yeah,
I changed Grogu, and then I found this chick over here, and her butt was right. So we did something and had a kid, and then she ended up being the strongest Jedi. Like, that'd be weird.
Her butt was right.
Right.
What?
Rotund.
She introduces. Mara Jade introduces being a ginger into the Skywalker family.
Yeah.
Because Cade's dad, which I can't remember his
name. Am I the only one that I wanted to, like, I don't watch the cartoons. I know you and Jay do, but I want a Ahsoka movie. I would fucking absolutely love for her
you're getting
to
an
have her own
Ahsoka
movie.
TV show.
I was gonna say,
True.
wasn't
Yeah.
there something that they're doing with her?
I want a big budget fucking movie. Like, I think, and I love Rosario Dawson. So, like, ever since Clerks 2, so, like, I think she's fucking amazing. Like,
But if
I
you're
want
Star
her
Wars,
to
dude,
be just fucking spoonful
but
everything.
if you're Kathleen Kennedy and people are like ragging on your in your last trilogy, but yet anything you've done on the Disney Plus app show-wise, everyone's just like, oh, what are you gonna do?
Well,
Do that again.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think was it Filoni and Favreau are in charge of the Star Wars TV series. That makes sense because she's over these movies and she's hiring, like you said, these directors. Don't get me wrong, I love 7 and 9. I don't like 8. It would be a much different trilogy if Abrams did the whole thing.
Agree.
But, like, that's where you say, like, Favreau, like, look, you made this awesome fucking product that everybody fucking loves. You're underneath me with Filoni. Like, create something. I think we would get much better. KOTOR. What happened in hundreds and thousands of years prior? Like, I don't know.
You
like,
know my feelings on that. I want my Keanu Reeves Darth Revan, and I want it with the quickness, please.
Oh my god, that's so fucking, like, that is literally, that and Sue Storm are like the only two perfect fan castings that you would ever have. Like,
yep.
Even though she got angry at people.
Angry.
It's never good to be angry. Well, Jelly's rubbing her eyes, and I'm probably going to join her here myself. So, with that, boys and girls, we're going to end the show this week. Thank you so much for listening to the show, watching us on YouTube, or especially if you were here on our live stream. Thank you so very much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let us know what you think about the topics we talked about today.
Give us some topics to talk about.
Absolutely. Tell us
You want to hear something?
Somebody needs to explain to me what the blue shit is.
Yes, we
with these
need
topics.
to know what the blue shit is. Absolutely. Hashtag what's the blue shit? Okay? Get that
All right,
trending
we
on
have
Twitter.
to do that. Can we just, all four of us, just hashtag what the blue
what's
shit
And
is?
you gotta have me doing this.
I gotta watch the movie first.
Yeah. And, then I'm telling you.
Well, you don't like horror stuff,
Jelly,
Jelly.
do it.
Like,
Jelly,
you do it
please.
for views to get scared, but you don't generally like scary
Do it
stuff.
for me. Do it for me. Maybe
Hubs
you
likes
can.
horror stuff.
Maybe you will see
Jelly
or hear
can
something that I
solve
didn't hear.
Watch it
mystery.
for
Do it for me,
Hubs.
Jelly.
Just like Jay watched for his woman, watch it for Hubs. Just embrace it.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, real quick, let's go around the horn. Jelly Rose, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Jelly Rose. As soon as Mix It Up decides to integrate YouTube, I might be moving to just YouTube. I've been thinking about that, but it's literally my bot that I use that's holding me to Twitch.
Will there be a bot alternative? Is there anyone
I
available?
probably have over 400 hours worth of work put into this bot. There is no way I'm switching a bot. And you can't export it to anything either.
Fuck. Yeah,
So,
you're
yeah.
dedicated. I mean, you've taught
Yeah.
me stuff, so, like, yeah, fuck.
Yep. So, yeah. I just it's flopping back and forth, and that's the only thing holding me back from switching. Other than that, you can find me on YouTube at Jelly Rose. I've been doing little clips here and there. I wanted to do a series, but then I got lazy with it, and I think I'm gonna actually do that because my Tuesdays are gonna be free, and I think I'm gonna teach my kids now that school ends in 8 days. They have not ends in 8 days, but they have 8 days left. To where I'm gonna teach them how to edit and help me edit because my son wants to start his own YouTube once he turns 13, which is in November. So he has to learn how to edit. So what better way to learn how to edit than to edit his mother's shit?
You want to learn? You learn by fire.
You can also find me on all my socials are Jelly Rose, but with 3s instead of E, so J3LL. i3 ROS3, which will be changing soon because I'm buying the copyright to my name.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be able to get all of my shit.
That's a
soon.
pro move. That's what my 12-year-old said. That's a pro
Holy
move, Dad.
shit.
That's pro.
That would. Oh my god. He would say that.
Motherfuckers.
That chick that stole all my my URLs, get wreck.
Cease and desist letters.
That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I can just send it straight to like Facebook and Twitter and etc. And they would have to automatically give me my URLs.
Awesome.
You know, a lot of people make a shit ton of like money by that. Like they watch like E3 and shit, and they go, "Oh, fucking
Yeah.
PS5! I'm gonna go buy this URL and make Sony buy it from."
You can. Cool.
Oh,
well,
fuck.
boss moves from Jelly Rose. How about you, Volsker? You doing any streaming or anything you want anyone to check out?
Honestly, not really much. You can check out my YouTube, Volsker. Still not, fancy enough for URL, but
Yeah.
video's still going well. I have a couple ideas for a couple stuff, but honestly, like eventually I will get to it. Outside of that, Twitter at Volsker, Instagram, I am Volsker. Not really too much really going on.
All right. And Jay, you mentioned that you're going to perhaps be streaming again soon, but other than that,
Give it
where
to
else can we
us.
find
Give
you?
it to us, Jay. What's going on?
Yeah. So I'm coming back. It just I'm coming back with a vengeance a little bit. I got little things that gotta come out of my chest a little bit
Spicy.
that I need to address.
I am the knight.
But I also
I am
want to
vengeance.
get back into regular book reading.
Batman. What's going on here?
Yeah. Oh, bro, it's it's too long to do at the end of the show. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna regularly do the book clubs. So that's coming back. I want to play. Yep. I'll be on YouTube, J100 J100 TV. So that's youtube.com/J100 TV because I got the URL. But doing the book clubs regularly. I'm going to do them in chapters instead of streams. The streaming that I'm gonna do is probably mainly just gonna be me trophy hunting. I'm gonna try to do the trophy hunting thing again, so knock some of those out the way, maybe some Borderlands, whatever. But then, yeah, there's just gonna have to be a day where it's just like a AMA, call in what's on J100's mind type of thing, because me allowing these people to control my narrative, and people just eat this. Like what I'm saying is so clear that the fact that I'm still dealing with this almost a year later, just goes to show something that we say in the community all the time, or the Black community all the time, where it's like, who you can't criticize, can't talk about them, you know what I mean? But I am gonna talk about them because and anyone else that needs to be talked about, because it's building time. And it was just like I was saying before, my stream, the intention for my stream was to not only build a community of people that were coming to have fun and be educated and learn some things, and I can talk about everything, but what it really is for is to build something that can be an example for other people, other places. So we stop depending on YouTube and Twitch. We stop depending on the federal and local governments, and we stop depending on corporations, and start depending on each other as a community. No matter what your race is, no matter what your ethnicity is, I mean, and even no matter what your political ideology is. I mean, overall, at the end of the day, you come have a conversation with me, and you have an ideology that's different than mine. I respect it. But I'm gonna tie up some loose ends to get you to kind of see some things that you've never seen before, and that's what my community is about. Not all this trash that I have to fucking deal with, that I've had to deal with the last 3 days. on Twitter. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm coming back. I'm not gonna let these people, control my name, image, and reputation. I'm gonna do that myself. So I'm gonna have some games in there. I might even slide some sports. Especially football season's coming up. Basketball season is about to be ending. My girlfriend got me into baseball a little bit, so I might even do some sports stuff. But everybody's gonna start seeing me again, and I gotta figure out a way to fit it into the schedule. But I will. So YouTube at J100, youtube.com/J100TV. I don't suggest you following my Twitter right now because that you're just gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I'm at J100.
You
on that one.
clicking on hot chicks again?
No.
actually,
I witnessed some of it.
At this point, I probably should dilute my mentions or whatever by
get some
doing
butts
that.
in there. Yeah.
But it's been pretty
You know
ridiculous.
what?
Like
Fuck
some
people, dude. Just
titties.
be yourself. Fucking bring the knowledge. Fuck people.
I definitely understand that, but what I'm starting to realize is I've entered the 14th year, I should say, because the military is like 13th year of high school. I've entered the 14th year of high school with people who think Twitter follow numbers and like numbers and retweet numbers are their I guess
Friends.
social. It's just like that Black Mirror episode.
I can go buy some Twitter followers and have 1 million followers and, them bot like my shit. That's not anything, honey.
I don't think that's what it is, Jelly. I think what it is that there are a lot of people that are hungry for trying to do the right thing, and they saw high quantity tweeting accounts that are like, oh, this guy sounds good, and then when presented with someone like me, and this happened to me in the Marine Corps, this happened to me in high school, this is happening to me at every job I've ever had. I don't know what it is about me, my voice, the way I try to be the coolest fucking person.
Is it white
possible.
people?
No, it's not. It's not. It's black people. That's the biggest issue.
I would say fuck white people because white people are whiny about everything. But
it's white people that are looking for a place to go, and having these people that are, like I said, giving them a message that makes them feel good, but it's not telling them the whole thing. And that's because these people don't really understand the whole thing.
they don't want to hear the truth.
Twitter. They're good at Twitter. They're good at tweeting. And I'm not good at tweeting. I'm good at reading things. I'm good at understanding things and disseminating that information, even if it makes you uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, this is the reputation I get at work. This is the reputation I get around people, that J100 is just this person, or this terrible person because I'm telling you the truth. I'm not. No, this is what history is. So one quick example, then I'm done. There's this one GIF that I like to show, and I like to show it when I was on stream too, where it's on Vox.com. If you search Vox.com like colonialism in 500 years or something, it'll show you this article. And what it has is a GIF where it shows the colors of European countries, right? And then it shows you where they start colonizing. And then it do it in like, I think 100 to 75 year spurts. And then it gets bigger and bigger, bigger, bigger. And then they took over the world. So the thing that I say is do you think there were pillow fights and like they were tickling each other like? No, they fucking murdered people and forced you to learn their languages and forced you to learn their history and forced you to conform to their standards, which excluded you unless you're willing to kill everybody the fuck else around you. And this is what this shit is. This is what the world is. There is no niceness about that. There's no way that I can go into history and even tell a little kid like, oh, slavery was just white people being mean to black people. No, I'm going to tell you what slavery is. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then what we need to do is everything in our power to make sure it never happens again.
You know what's crazy?
On making people uncomfortable.
You bring this up, and before we get to this, and I'm not gonna. This may be a topic for another conversation. Going back to the Falcon Winter Soldier, you said many episodes made you uncomfortable. Why? Because it's fucking real. People need to understand when you have real conversations, it's not made to make you feel like somebody's tickling your balls. It's made to make you feel uncomfortable because it's fucking real.
And the part about that though is this is my point. The stuff that D said made him uncomfortable because it felt real was shit I was over here complaining about. Like, man, that was trash. And so someone who lives this experience is like, man, that wasn't shit. And someone who doesn't really live that experience is like, wow, that was powerful. Those who say that, sure, yeah, that I'm glad that you got in, but there's more. And if that made you uncomfortable, just wait till you hear what I got to say. And that there's no market for that. There's no advertising space for that. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care about the money. I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame and notoriety. I do this because I'm sick of the crack. I'm sick of the poverty. I'm sick of the discrimination. And if I have anything to do with it, before I die, I'm leaving something. I'm doing something. And if y'all are down with that too, and you're willing to deal with some uncomfortable stuff, then fuck with me, because I'm here with you. But if not, all I ask is don't misrepresent my words. Don't twist my words and things that I say, because I will come for you. But outside of that, I'm coming back. It should be fun. It should be real. YouTube.com/J100. It's coming. I'm coming back. This
Support J100. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. And then when you're done doing that, please go to Twitter at Omega Level Nerds and follow us there. We need some more followers there, as well as some more subscribers on our YouTube, so we can have a great URL just like Jay. And that's it, guys. That's everything. Thank you so much once again. Peace and love, and we will see you again soon.